Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to do another canal boat, houseboat. So I found this one from Aquaholic. It is 175,000 pound houseboat tour float one. Um I know these two that I've looked at so far are expensive. I am gonna look at some cheaper ones. Um but I thought that this one would be kind of cool. Which is basically a floating apartment, is what it says. I don't know how many bedrooms this particular one is or where exactly it is in the UK, although I do know it is in the UK. Um, but I will link the video in the description if you want to check it out yourself. And I will also have links to Patreon and how you can support the channel here on YouTube by becoming a member or with a one-time donation. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
Have you ever seen people who keep boats on marinas and just come down and enjoy being on the marina, being on the water, but never taking them out? Well, that's a perfectly legitimate use, of course, but if you're going to do that, why not buy something that is completely optimized to doing that? Or if you want to keep it on a river, or you want to keep it in a dock like we are here at St. Cat's in London, this is a living on the water machine. So she's actually, well, you can see here, she's just over 12 meters long, she's 4.3 meters wide, but it's giving you a 791 square feet of area, 74 square meters. It's called a Float 1. And we're going to ignore the sign and we're going to go on from this end. So there's a little balcony at this end, and if we step on here then we can head on inside. Now, because it is designed purely for living on and it's a complete square, the hull on this is actually like a sort of a trimaran.
This is really nice and modern, but for that price point it should be, right? I don't know. Going in, do you think it's going to be a one or a two bedroom? I'm thinking maybe a one bedroom on this one.
There's 3 floats that go down the full length, so it's very stable, and it means that you get acres of space inside. Look at this.
Kind of a weird spot for the TV to be when your couch is over here. I don't know if I'd want to look like that at my TV, but all right.
So this is your lounge area. And your kitchen is over here. We can't even really call it a galley, can we? It is proper like a domestic kitchen. So there's tons of space. It's quite nicely finished as well, this lighting and all that kind of stuff, and the way they've done this across here. You know, it's very different from your typical sort of narrow boats and that kind of thing that you often find on canals. This is taking full advantage of its beams. It just give you loads of space.
It is on a canal.
So storage all the way down here, of course. You've got a little hob, cooker over here. And I guess you could fit this out however you wanted. So if you wanted to do this differently, I'm sure you could. Fridge down underneath here. There's a bin in there, storage, all that kind of stuff. Like so. And then that one there is just a hanging locker.
Nice.
And then if we head back down a little bit further, there is
I think it is 2 bedrooms. That's nice.
Bedroom here. Or cabin, but it's really more of a bedroom because look at how square it is. And then there's a larger one here. So it's 2 bedrooms, nice decent sized windows in here. Again, that nice finish with the way they finished the walls and the headlining and all that kind of stuff. And then opposite both of these is the bathroom. So that is in here. And that's giving you the toilet and the sink and the shower.
Nice.
Now, of course, liverboard type boats have been done before. I mentioned canal boats and narrow boats. What makes this particularly unique, however, is that if we come out here, you'll see there's a little outboard on here. Now, it's not really a boat you go cruising on, but that is to enable you to move it around. So if you want to get it lifted out, you take it to the crane, or we just simply wanted to get a new berth and move it somewhere else. They apparently sailed this 25 miles up the Thames to get this here, so it can be done. But of course, it's, as I say, you can't stand here and actually see what you're doing. What they've got on this is a camera system on the front, and they have people then up on the front who can just shout and let whoever's steering at the back know what's going on. As I say, it is just simply a case.
So it takes 2 people to move that thing. That would be a pain in the butt. Yeah, you'd have to have it stationed somewhere. That would drive me crazy. Cause I'm like, I don't even like driving a car. I do, but it stresses me out, especially if I'm pulling my RV. I'm so beyond stressed when I'm doing it. Something like this would drive me crazy, but I love the idea of it, right? But I don't know. I think honestly, like the small, or not smaller, but the canal boat that I looked at the other day, I like it better. I think obviously one person could actually steer that one. Although I mean, it would absolutely stress me out. But if you had to, you could. Um, and I'm like overly independent. So having something like this where I would need a second person and have to trust that would be really hard for me. Um, and honestly, I think I liked the wood paneling and stuff in the other one. I mean, this is super nice. Don't get me wrong. Like if somebody wanted to gift this to me, I would absolutely take it and be thrilled. But but as far as if I was putting my money into it, I think I would probably go for the other one.
Of moving it around. You've got a little screen over here, and this is
That's
the kind of
nice.
quite unique bit, because if you come
This is
around here and
nice.
up these stairs, you'll find the garden. Look at this.
That's really nice. Uh, I don't know if that's like pet friendly, but if you do have a pet, that would actually be really, really nice if you could set that up to work that way. But that's a really nice feature of it.
Okay, that's not real grass, but
Yeah.
that's huge, isn't it? And of course, the view you get from here as well.
How nice would it be if you could? I don't know if it would. I would think it would be able to support it. I don't know how you could rig it up. I'm sure there's a way. Money would provide it, but if you could put like a little hot tub or jacuzzi up there, that would be nice.
It's brilliant. You could live on this in a place like this very comfortably. And I suspect for quite a lot less than some of the apartments about the place.
I'm sure.
So yeah, the whole top of this is just this massive deck. They put a barbecue up here. It's freestanding garden furniture. Obviously you can do with this whatever you like. And no, that is not a real jet ski. How about
It'd be
that?
fun to get pulled by that, wouldn't it?
So there we go. That is about the size of that. I'm going to come down here and have a sit on one of these recliners. And I will say huge thanks to Floatate.
Very cool. I like that a lot. I just think these are just the coolest thing. Um, I remember watching, there's like two movies in my head that kind of stand out, I think, that made me interested in these. I just think it is the coolest little thing. Like I said before, I don't know how you would do maintenance on it. I've never steered a boat, never driven a boat. I've been on a boat. That's about it. Um, I just think they're so neat. I think it would be so peaceful until like you had like a terrible, awful storm or something like that. But I think they're so cool. I like the idea of it being on a canal a lot more than like here where I think about like oceans or even some lakes. I guess a lake would be better, but I don't know. Um, but yeah, really, really enjoying checking these out, learning about them. If you guys have any input on them, if you have experience on them, let me know your thoughts. Um, yeah, I don't know how much maintenance you would have to do on something. I know, like, a lot of people that buy boats, they always talk about regretting doing it just because of all of the maintenance that you have to do with it and not realizing how much it does take. Um, but yeah, I just think they're so neat. I could totally envision living on something like that. and being so thrilled about it. um, but yeah, thanks guys for watching with me. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, have an awesome, awesome day, guys. Thanks.